Hello, welcome back to a brand new reading vlog here on Dead Good Book Reviews. I'm Judith. If you're new here, welcome. I make this reading vlog number 5 and we're still a little bit too zoomed in. There we go. As ever, I'm going to take you through everything I read this week, just checking in as and when it's appropriate to do so. I have one update for you carried over from last week's vlog, because if you watched that vlog, you will know that I was like, I'm not going to start a sewing project. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to film 12 videos this weekend. I did not. I did film 2. And they are now edited and ready to subtitle, and you know, pretty good going. But yeah, I did get pretty into a sewing project. I'm okay with it, it's fine. And I want to wear it for my birthday next week, so you know. But I did last night, very late last night, finish Witherwood by Hannah Matthewson. I hadn't realised this was her debut. Welcome. I don't know why I felt like I should applaud her like she's watching this. That's very unlikely. Overall, I think it was a pretty solid 3-star for me, and I mean that in a nice way, like a 6 out of 10. It was pretty good. I reminded me a lot of stuff that I used to read and love, that I've since kind of, I don't want to say grown out of, because that implies like a juvenileness to it, but more, I'm not in that phase of being anymore where I really want to read that kind of story, I guess. This kind of, you must become the chosen one of these people, and it's not like a swords and sorcery way, but in like a paranormal way, and I'm just like, I'm okay, there must have been somebody else important you could have got for this job, you know. But I really did like the last, probably 10% of the book, I would say, where everything fell into place and a lot of the different plot reveals happened, that obviously I'm not going to spoil for you here, but where those happened I thought it was really solid. So I think that there's the makings of something very good in this. I don't know if I would necessarily continue with the series without it kind of falling into my lap. But if you are excited about it and that is your kind of book, I think you would very much enjoy it. It's just not 100% what I'm about now, but I will have to write a review for that this week, so that's on the cards. So you'll hear more from me on that one. I then have 3 books that I want to read this week. I am actually sort of a bit floating adrift, not ready to start my February TBR yet. So I've got 7 days to read things, but I've only picked out 3 things. I did have 4 because I wasn't sure if I would finish Witherwood. So who knows what else we'll pick up, but I have selected The Library of the Unwritten. This is a thing that I really want to get read this week because I have Archive of the Forgotten, and I think that comes out in February, certainly quite soon, and I really wanted to reread book 1 before I picked that up. And then I have Rage, which is the sequel to Raw by Cora Carmack. I don't really know why. I think this was partly because it was near the top of the stack of owned TBR that I have behind the camera, and also I recently did the overbooked video for Raw, and I'd quite like to have the video for Rage out around about the same time as that video comes out, hopefully, so better to get that read now. And then I have a novella, I have The Deep by River Solomon. I know this is going to be quite a difficult read, so putting it in a week where there's no pressure to read it felt like a smart decision. So yeah, I can definitely read those 3 books this week, no question. Watch that as be foreshadowing and my whole week is taken up by meetings. Who knows? But other than that, this week is not particularly exciting, as no day is in lockdown. I have some books to read, I have reviews to write. I'm gonna try and maybe not run this week and instead try and film during my lunch breaks, because the backlog is getting a little bit real. Like, nothing is urgent, but the backlog is getting real. So we'll see how that goes, and I will see you next time. Not like next time in the next video, but in the next clip. Good morning. It is Thursday. I missed Tuesday and Wednesday, somewhere in there. Every intention of vlogging, every intention of filming, in fact, getting videos filmed in my lunch breaks, just hasn't happened. I've been fighting life a little bit this week, as it were. Just feeling a little bit tired and a little bit busy. But after today, I will officially have handed over my old job and will be 100% in my new job. So either I will be even busier than ever, or I will have like a little bit more brain time. I won't have more like time in the day because I'm still working full time, but I have a bit more time in my brain, which is good. I have been reading though. I finished 3 things. I finished the 2 novellas by Nevo, Empress of Salt and Fortune and The Tiger. It's not The Tiger That Came Down the Mountain. It's something like that though. I'll put the cover up, but I listened to them both on audiobook because they were both on script. I am a mess, but I really, really liked both of them. They're both about this cleric who is sort of recording history, and they go first to a place where the Empress lived when she was in exile, and they meet a character who kind of, through the objects that are left there, tells the story that might not have necessarily been heard before. And the second one is that same cleric, but instead they go up a mountain and meet some tigers, and in order to not be eaten by the tigers, they tell a story that the tigers then go, hang on, that's not how the story went, let us tell you the tiger's perspective on it. So it's two novellas that are kind of loosely tied, well, they're tied together by the main character, but they're also tied together by this idea of which side of a story gets told and all of that. I thought they were really, really good. I liked them a lot. I would recommend them. I really liked the audiobook. I think Empress of Salt and Fortune I liked a lot more, but that's sort of just I liked both of them a lot, and this one was more. It's not a case that one was bad or one was good. They were both very good. Partly the reason I did not vlog is because I had not finished Library of the Unwritten, which I wanted to finish, and I got weirdly caught up in my head if I didn't want to talk about it if I hadn't finished it. But I finished it yesterday night. Reread, really loved it. It's really good. It's been a while since I've read a book that was just like an adventure, start to finish, whereas this does feel like a book that has a beginning, middle, end, and a real... I don't know, I've read stuff with plot, but it's stuff that the plot is fairly straightforward in this, and the things happen one thing after another, which I actually really enjoy. I've been reading a lot of very convoluted stuff and a lot of more thought experimenty stuff lately, so it was nice to read just an adventure, and it has really got me excited for the sequel, which I'm reading next month. Now, as a woman with little brain, which one am I going to pick up? The one that I know is going to be difficult and painful, or the YA fantasy romance? I'm going to pick up the YA fantasy romance next. That's my plan. I think I should be able to finish this. If not today, then maybe tomorrow. So I shall be back tomorrow with more thoughts. I will be back tomorrow because else this vlog's going to be 5 seconds long. I have also been sewing. I'm just going to give you a sneak preview. It's not ready yet by any stretch of the imagination. Cool, right, I shall see you next time. Hello, happy Thursday. I don't have a huge amount to report, but no, it's not. It's Friday. What am I doing with my existence? Hello, happy Friday. I don't have much to report, regardless of what day of the week it is, because not much has happened. I've been working on other stuff that is not reading this week. Work has been busy. You know how it is. I don't want to make excuses. I don't want to be one of those, sorry I haven't made a video in a while kind of people. So let's tell you what I have done. I have done some reading. I am 50 or so pages, 4 chapters. 65 pages, there you go, I've done more than I thought I have, of Rage. 65 pages in, not much has happened. Read Raw recently enough that I can still remember enough of it, so I didn't want to reread it, but starting this, I'm like, I still don't quite remember what a lot of things were. So, if you are planning on reading this, do the reread sooner rather than later. But I'm enjoying it, and I think I'm going to try and finish it. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it tonight, because Katie and I are running a game tonight, which should be very good fun, but I don't think I'm going to have time to read, so it will probably be my over the weekend book. And that means that this entire vlog, I read technically 3 books, but only one of them was planned and only one of them was in physical book form and the other 2 were audiobooks, which still count. But it's not great reading week, end of the month things, you know how it is. But in order to get on with my day and maybe do some reading, I have to stop vlogging, so I shall speak to you tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I remembered why I came on camera, for goodness sake. Justine sent me her spare copy of Hollow Empire. I've been not opening my post in case some of it's birthday stuff, but this, I knew it was from Justine, and I was like, I know what this is. So thank you, Justine, it arrived safely and it's very lovely, and I'm excited to pop it on my shelf. I think this is actually the like slightly longer paperback format, so I don't know where it's going to go, but it is going to go somewhere, and I probably just made a big loud noise. Bye! My hair is clean, but I can't find the hairdryer. Hi, happy Saturday, final day of this vlog. I can't remember which number vlog it was, but it's nearly done now. I honestly haven't got much more reading done. I did, hopefully, insert a little time-lapse there of me reading the next few pages of Rage. I had to check the title. So yeah, I am now just at the start of chapter 8. 126 pages in. I should really use one of my many bookmarks instead of doing that, but you know what, it's my book. So I've kind of, I think, just got to the tipping point of the plot, which I'm excited for, but it did take 120 something pages to get there, so maybe I'm not as keen. I don't think to this point I've had enough cool storm stuff happening, and I don't know if it's that annoying thing of all of the cool world building was in book 1 and then it sort of gets thrown to the side in book 2. I don't know that yet, but maybe. Let's see how we go. So I'm going to try and finish that this weekend, and I think I'm going to try and read The Deep as well, which is over here. And that will be everything I plan to read this week, so it should be fine. 2 not that long things. Just not been a lot of reading time this week, and I refuse to feel bad about it. I have got my February TBR all set up, ready for next week. So next week will be new start, new TBR, so that's always nice because I get to pick from quite a wide selection of books. I've also got a video I want to film to go out on my birthday, which is on Tuesday, and some other stuff happening. I think there's another review, Winter's Orbit, that's what I filmed, so I need to edit that. The book is there. So yeah, next week should have some exciting stuff, which will be very soon by the time you're watching this. So I shall sign off. As ever, comment below with what you've been reading. I would love to know. I always get some really good recommendations from people in the comments, so please do let me know what that is. You can also follow me on all of my social media. You can subscribe so you don't miss the birthday video, at which point hopefully I will be able to show you my mammoth progress on my sewing project, which is not in this room, so I cannot show it to you now, but I will try and show it to you in that video. And I think that's all from me. I shall see you in the next one. It's gonna be some bloopers now. In fact, I've just spotted a mistake. Oh no, I think it's fine.